I'm going to get the ATIS here in Monterey. Here it comes.
1,400 scattered. Temperature 172.13. Altimeter 3006. RNAV GPS Yankee runway 28 left approaching. Use land front runways 28 left and 28 right. There's flow control in effect for San Francisco, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and Phoenix airports. Clearance surveys combined at ground control. Advise on initial contact. You have Romeo.
Romeo, where art thou?
March information on Romeo 1854 Zulu. Wind 310 at 9er, visibility 10. 1,400 scattered. Temperature 172.13. Altimeter 3006. RNAV GPS Yankee runway 28 left approach.
Ground Twin Cessna 3318 Quebec, VFR request.
Twin Cessna 3318 Quebec, Monterey ground. Are you want to go to Cameron Park?
Want to Quebec, Cameron Park, and we can do it VFR since we're scattered here.
Quebec, I'm going to cancel your IFR flight plan then. Your squawk is 4547, departure frequency 127.15.
All right, 4547, 2715 on the departure, and we're ready to taxi. We're just a little bit to the east of Del Monte here.
Princess 1 Quebec, I see you down there below us. Runway 28 left, taxi to Alpha, and do you see information Romeo?
1 Quebec has Romeo. We're taxiing to 28 left. You can leave it open.
Oh.
So I'll just go over this again. When you're going to start here,
sure,
and you start reading it, not just the first two words, you just read the whole thing.
Yep.
And if you read the whole thing before I say anything, you just stop at the end.
Gotcha.
And if you're reading it and you go halfway, and I say check, you just bump to the next next one. And I like to leave my finger on it. You can do 1, 2. I know you can count that high.
Got 6408 Monterey.
Okay, Jimmy, start reading.
1, throttle setting, 17 RPM, left.
Check.
2, alternate
Check.
switch. Magneto check.
Check.
Propeller check.
Check.
Vacuum source
Check.
Oil temperature.
Check.
Throttle setting.
Check.
Okay. Alternate switch.
Check.
Magneto.
Check.
Propeller check.
Check.
Vacuum source.
Check.
Oil temperature.
Check.
Trim control.
Check.
Alternate air.
Check.
Cow flaps.
Check.
Wing flaps.
Check.
Flight control check. Screen correct.
Check.
Cabin doors, windows.
Cessna Tower, Monterey Tower, helicopter 981 Delta Whiskey.
Flight instrument, radio setting.
Information Romeo departing.
We are heading 070. Good. We're going to...
Helicopter 981 Delta Whiskey, Monterey Tower. South, did you want a flight following outside of the class, Charlie?
4. Check.
Fuel pulse pump.
Okay, we're done. All important checklist is complete.
You just get out of the class,
Yes, okay.
Charlie, squawk 5332.
Okay.
Are you going to record this one? Okay.
Tower, good morning. Twin Cessna 331 Quebec, runway 28 left, ready for VFR takeoff.
And helicopter 1 Delta Whiskey, your southeast departure approved. And just remain south of the runways and extended center lines for traffic, please. Wind 3206, departure from current position. I'll move near be your own risk. Use caution.
Okay, we'll stay south of the runways. 1 Delta Whiskey, thank you.
Cessna 3318 Quebec, Monterey Tower. Wind 3208, runway 28 left, cleared for takeoff. There's departing helicopter traffic southwest of us here, but he will remain south of the runway.
1 Quebec, we'll look for him on our left, and we're on the roll, 28 left, 1 Quebec. And you want a right turn out, of course, right?
That right turn, right turn is approved.
1 Quebec. Okay, so we are ready to go. Here's the long runway. Time, check. Transponder, check. Traffic, check. DG, double check.
And helicopter 1 Delta Whiskey, that's the traffic. Twin Cessna taking the runway.
He's inside, 1 Delta Whiskey.
That's our helicopter we're watching. Full power. Got the brakes on. Everything looks good, sounds good. Bingo, we launch it. And we're going to make a right turn after departure. Okay, so he's not a factor. $80, $90. We want 100 on the airspeed. There's 100. And look how early we flew off the runway. There's 5,000 feet left. Wow. Nice, gentle, smooth.
And helicopter 1 Delta Whiskey, nobody on final there, so you proceed on course.
1 Delta Whiskey on course, thanks.
You want to expect early turnouts on the North Hill right today?
Early turnout approved for 1 Quebec.
1 Quebec, right.
Actually, the fog lifted a little later today than yesterday.
There's our 1,000 feet AGL. We'll pull some power back. There's a little, you have to push that, it'll stop that noise. That's okay. And that's the power coming back. Fuel pumps off one at a time. Bingo, bingo.
And success on 1 Quebec, contact NorCal departure. Have a good day.
1 Quebec going to NorCal.
And helicopter 1000.
Salinas Tower says unable, opposite direction operations.
Okay, Roger, 6 Delta X-ray.
NorCal, Twin Cessna 331 to Quebec, checking in, leaving 1,700, climbing.
3318 Quebec, NorCal departure, under radar contact over 3003. What are you going to climb to?
1 Quebec, let's see, we'll probably go 4,500 today.
Roger. Number 6 Delta X-ray, fly heading 130, and make.
They're 2715. They used to be called Monterey Approach.
6 Delta X-ray is set up for the approach. We'd like to do it on navigation, direct north.
So our gear's up, we're streamlined,
Approved as requested.
we're leveling off, airspeed will start to come up as we're level. Because as you're climbing, it's a lower airspeed. Now you'll see the airspeed come up. And you see that little mirror on next to the, that shows the gear, that confirms that the gear is up.
Contact, what are your intentions?
I thought that was your little light here was turning.
That also indicates it, but you also re-verify it visually.
Okay, does that turn green when you put it down?
This one, see, look farther.
Gotcha.
No,
I see
I'm
it.
pushing it.
I see
See,
it, yep.
see the green light?
I see it.
Yeah, so that's how you test it.
Gotcha.
Is you push it.
Number 1 Quebec, traffic 1 to 2 o'clock, 3 miles turning westbound, 3,000 is a 172.
1 Quebec, looking for the traffic. Are you talking to him?
Yes, November 6 Delta X-ray. Doesn't look like he's quite turned yet. Traffic 3 miles west of you, northbound, 3,500 at Twin Cessna.
Yeah, we're turning Delta X-ray.
Turning now, okay, there. Yeah, 1 o'clock, 2.5 miles now, 3,500.
That looks nice.
There's no joy on the traffic.
How high is it?
Well off your right, no factor.
1 Quebec.
He's off our right now, no factor below us.
What's his altitude?
3,000, unverified. They never, you know, it's always unverified. We think that's what it is. It's all that, you know, non-committal stuff, because, sure, you know, the liability in case the...
No, I understand.
Well, you said he was at 3,500, and well, he appeared to be at 3,500. That's why when I check in, I usually tell them, you know, where I'm at and verifying it. So this is the town of Watsonville. You can see the airport on the edge of town. There.
Yeah. The big cross out there.
Yeah, they have crossing runways.
A lot of agricultural down here.
Yeah, there is. So we're kind of settled in now for cruise. See, Jimmy, the airspeed indicator is right at 200. We're doing 183 knots across the ground. We'll be there in 37 minutes.
Oh, there's your,
Oh, well.
that 183.
So what that is, that's how much gas we're burning. 18 and a half.
Quebec, contact approach on 120.1. So long now.
120.1 from Winnie, Quebec, so long.
And see how you always say so long, see you later, so they know you're gone.
Yep.
Approach, good afternoon, Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec. Checking in here, 3,400.
North 331 in Quebec, northbound approach, channel altimeter 3004.
20 Quebec, run.
Okay, so they give you,
Number 61 Quebec, contact northbound approach on 127.1.
as you check in, they give you,
somebody else.
but they give you the local barometer reading, so that you can set your altimeter. And we're visual. If we were in instrument flight rules like we came down here in, we would not be allowed to fly this low because this is not enough separation from the hills. But we're visual. The only thing you have to worry about, you have to really look for towers. I can see some over there.
Yeah.
Probably not where we are, but we'll be able to see them.
Those guys see out in the middle of nowhere? What?
Yep.
Parking 103 northbound approach, cleared on a Zulu runway 30 left approach.
For an RNAV, RP Zulu, runway 30 left approach, we're going on through.
Like on the ground,
Yeah.
tower,
No, I know, but right
tower
now.
hands us off. Right now we're talking to this guy.
Okay.
And then he'll give us to the,
Traffic 11 o'clock, 4 miles southbound, altitude 3,000.
20 Quebec, looking for the traffic.
so here he is, 4 miles, opposite direction. I think he said 4 miles. Opposite direction, southbound. See my compass here? This is south.
Said 11 o'clock.
So he's coming 11 o'clock this way, and we're going 3 miles a minute. If he's going 3 miles or even 2 miles a minute, that's a 5 miles a minute closure rate, which means within a minute, you'll be even.
Yeah.
20 Quebec, no joy on the traffic.
85.
I stepped on him.
20 Quebec, I stepped on you, no joy in the traffic.
What's the other guy flying? 35?
I don't know. Because he could have changed by now. So, you know,
True. Yeah.
now he's doing something while he's not talking to me. Let's find out.
No trouble. I want to Quebec, no joy in the traffic.
Number 1 in Quebec traffic, no factor.
20 Quebec.
So no factor means no factor. It's self-explanatory. So now we're coming up on Hollister. That's Hollister Airport there. We came down Echo 16. No, that's San Martin. Excuse me.
Traffic 10 o'clock, 4 miles southbound, helicopter.
You know Highway 101 that goes from San Jose to Gilroy?
Yep.
That's the airport you see next to the freeway. That's San Martin. Now you see he's getting kind of weak on the transmission. We're probably about
Good day.
to leave his area, or he's going to change to a different repeater, depending on what antenna. If you have a really long, a big sector, you'll transmit on different repeaters. Hear how weak he is? So I might,
heading 240, horizon 2585.
I might have to pull the squelch out. Now this, what's this in front of us? This is some kind of a reservoir here.
Yeah.
It's the one that's just outside of.
Boy, if that dam ever went, look at it there.
This is Anderson Reservoir here.
If that dam ever broke open.
Yeah,
They got a lot of people.
Anderson Reservoir is what it is. It's not too big.
2585.
2585, traffic service airport, 2330.
Yeah, Sam. It's kind of a.
Good visual.
So the rule,
It's like a San Pablo reservoir.
yeah, the rule is if you can see the other, if you can see the terrain on the other side of this ridge, you'll clear it. So you can see that one, but you can't see that way. So we're going to go through that little.
I see it. 25, 13.
And
2 over here.
that's the Lick Observatory.
No, 2 planes.
I got, he's on the inbound for San Jose.
85, searching for that traffic.
Mark 103, maintain 170.
Another reservoir.
Yeah, I just saw that over there.
124.0.
170, you're ready to follow.
You know what? It's part of the same one, Jim.
Is it?
Yeah.
Number 18 Quebec.
Well, that one goes at a load in there.
Southeastbound, altitude 4,000.
20 Quebec, I'm sorry, say again, please.
Number 1 Quebec traffic, 10 o'clock, 2 miles southeastbound, altitude indicate 4,600.
20 Quebec, telling you on the traffic, we'll maintain visual separation.
See him right here?
Yeah.
See him?
Approach compass 6041, descending meter, Conrad at 10.2.
So, you know, he had his headlight on too.
41 northbound approach, cleared on a Yankee, runway 30 left.
Out of Yankee at 30 left, approach 641.
November 18 Quebec is 3,500, you're on northwest.
3,500 for 1 Quebec should work today. And 1 Quebec, will that get us radio coverage for the next sector?
20 Quebec.
All right, so he asked me if I'm going to stop at 3,500 because we might need to go higher to be able to talk to the next sector.
Sure.
And so I just assumed, I like to enjoy the view down low, but I just assumed be talking to somebody. So he's checking with the next guy or the next sector. He should probably know it, and then he'll let us know. I suspect we'll have to go 5,500.
I was checking,
Front 2585, contact elevation 124.0.
See my GPS, the terrain, the yellow means you're within 500 feet, and if it's red, it means you're not going to clear it. And you only use that as a second visual reference. You never rely on it. So we're looking, I see no antennas here, and you don't usually get antennas in the dip.
Yep.
They're always at the top.
Yep.
You okay, Margie? We call this pine cone picking when you're this low, picking pine cones. But there's no pine trees here.
Upper 466,
I was going to say.
northbound approach, depart Yada heading 070, vector 0.
Okay, Southwest 466, say that again, that instruction.
Southwest 466 is going to maintain 6,000, depart Yada heading 070, vector visual approach.
Descend 6,000 feet after Yada, heading of 070, Southwest 466.
The ridge gives you a little bounce.
Yeah, I know.
This has got to be somebody's irrigation pond here, huh?
You're switching from the cold to the hot?
No, it's just the wind hitting the hills and pumping up.
Number 18 Quebec in the event of lost communication, contact northbound approach on 123.85 in about 10 miles.
20 Quebec, we'll put 2385 in number 2 in case of lost communication.
Number 18 Quebec, 123.85, 2385.
2385, that's what we got, 20 Quebec.
All right, so he told me to, in case of lost communications, in 10 miles, contact these guys. So, isn't this a nice valley here?
Yeah, man.
Do you see any structures anywhere?
Yeah, right below us near
Yeah,
the,
that's
pond, near
it.
the reservoir.
I wonder who's,
Probably raises cattle.
looks like a little bit of landing strip too. I don't know if
Yeah, I
that's
know.
kind of looks like.
Let's raise cattle in here. There's a nice little pond there too, little lake. That's naturally fed.
After this second ridge, Margie, it'll smooth out. If it doesn't, we'll just go a little higher. But I kind of like the view down low. Jimmy, that is a little private strip.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you can tell by the configuration of it. I have no idea what it is. Doesn't show up on the chart.
Takeoff 3318 Quebec, checking in here, 3,800.
Anybody home? Anybody home?
3218 Quebec, North Cal approach, Stockton altimeter 3000.
Roger, and it's 3318, David.
3318 Quebec, roger. Change to my frequency 125.1.
25-1, what do you think?
Red 403 North Cal approach, roger. Stockton
You hear he's doing
Yeah,
two frequencies.
I
When I switched, he was still talking.
20 Quebec, broadcasting 25-1 now.
18 Quebec, roger. Transport 3768, heavy contact, Stockton car 120.3.
Those are outside air temperature.
Pretty much what it was the other day. Now can we drop it down?
3,500.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's
Because
what
you got over the mountain.
Yeah.
Right, good Alpha 1,
And
miles from 10th, turn right heading 260.
when you're flying in an easterly direction, which would be from north to south on this side of the compass, you fly at an odd altitude, and if you're flying westbound, you're flying at an even altitude. Now, there's one more caveat. If you're on visual flight rules like we are, you're at the 500 mark, okay? By choice.
Gotcha.
Now, if you remember when we came down, they gave us 5,000 even.
Yeah.
If you're on an instrument rules flight plan, then you're on the even. You're not no 500. You're on the even altitude. So the way they teach us to remember this is Easterners, like New Yorkers, are odd, and so that's how you remember it. The Eastern people don't like me saying.
Okay, what's this here?
This is a trim wheel.
Okay.
So watch the plane.
Yeah.
If I trim it back, it'll want to climb. See it come up?
Gotcha.
And this, so what it does is,
Gotcha.
you're supposed to be able to learn to fly with 2 fingers.
Yeah.
And just kind of use that trim wheel. I got one for the elevator, all 3 axes, the roll and the pitch and the yaw. So I got this 1, 2, 3. These pretty much you don't use during the flight much. I had to use it a little bit today, but not much. Now we're coming up on the town of, this is Tracy here.
Yeah,
You can see Tracy Airport right there. You see the aqueduct where it kind of, the second aqueduct kind of ends at the airport. That's Modesto there. No, Stockton. Modesto's there.
Yeah.
And if you remember on the way down, we were on that side of Stockton.
Yeah, because there's where they come together and go to the Bay Area or the other way. I never knew there was that big a reservoir out there.
That's Byron Forbay.
Oh, is it?
So we're going to get Placerville's weather, I think.
Density altitude 4,700.
All right, here comes Placerville's weather.
Placerville Airport, automated weather observation 1910 weather. Wind 200 at 4. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions clear below 12,000. Temperature 30 Celsius. Dew point 9 Celsius. Altimeter 3011. Mark. Density altitude.
So it's 30 degrees. So that's Celsius.
Yeah, I heard that.
There's different ways of, the correct way is 9/5 plus 32. This happens to be easy because 30 divided by 5 is 6, times 9 is 54, plus 32 is 86, so it's 86 degrees there. The other way is you double it and add 30. That's another quick way to do it, but it's 86 degrees in Hammond Park.
I didn't know there was going to be any map on this trip.
Yeah, I was told there would be no map.
I was told there would be no map.
I happen to know that when I grow up, I won't need this class.
I won't. Yeah, exactly.
November 18 Quebec traffic, 12 o'clock, 3 miles southeastbound helicopter, 3,000.
I see him. You see him?
No.
Want to come back, Charlie Hill on the traffic, we'll maintain visual separation, we're still heading 030.
When I come back, you can turn left heading 360.
When you come back 360, is that a heading or I can just turn left?
November 18 Quebec, actually I just saw, it looks on my radar like he might be turned to the southeast. Now you can fly whatever heading you like, you're about 5 miles east of the parachute comes down.
When you come back, Roger, we'll resume our navigation and we'll remain Charlie Hill from, looks like a Chinook helicopter.
Considering port traffic, 2 miles south of the northbound Twin Cessna, 3,000 as inside.
Now, you can't hear it.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Number 522.
It's like he's going sideways, huh?
Yeah.
125.25.
Coming out of the
All right, he's no factor now. And the jump zone's 5 miles away, so that's good.
Probably came out at
Considering port right side.
Maybe.
Nathan probably.
Okay, we're 11 out.
795, turn left heading 020, descend to maintain 2,000.
020, 2,000 seconds.
And we're gonna, this course goes right over the cooling towers. The decommissioned Rancho Seco.
Just 21374, Roger.
Rochester, 90240 Hotel. We're going to be taking a right turn now. It's going to be a couple miles southeast of the mentioned VOR for area photography.
All right, we're 10 minutes out.
40 Hotel, Roger. 4363, contact Stockton Tower.
Cool little pond the guy put in his yard.
Contact Stockton Tower for first connection.
November 18 Quebec. You can resume navigation on whatever heading you like now and contact approach 127.4.
All right, 18 Quebec 2740 now. Thanks, and pull.
All right, so let's check in with them. That's our last.
November 04 Delta altitude, pilot's discretion.
Thank you. I'll take it.
Okay, good afternoon, Twin Cessna 331 Quebec. Checking in here, 3,200.
Number 3318 Quebec, North approach Sacramento, altimeter 29907.
Okay, 18 Quebec, I'm using the Placerville altimeter 3012.
That's a big difference.
Number 18 Quebec, the Sacramento altimeter is 29907. What altimeter are you using?
I got Placerville's weather and they said 3012.
Okay, I'm not sure if I would trust that because everything in the Sacramento Valley is 907 and 98.
Yeah, we went down to 29907 then.
Thank you. Medevac message, Equator
Altimeter 3011.
There it is. They just reported 3011. You just heard that, right? So, anyway, I'm going by what she says.
November 272, Roger.
You think that's the cooling tower, the cooling pond for Rancho Seco?
Over there?
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, it was 5154, connect approach 123.7.
Any houses on it?
Good day.
Yeah.
See, there's a shot of the Rancho Seco. Yeah, that's decommissioned as heck, even not a car.
Stay altitude on that setting, 2997.
18 Quebec, I just start a gradual descent now, 3,200 currently.
Thank you.
I bet you what, that is a cooling board. They ran pipes all the way over there.
Okay, we're climbing to 5. We're looking for him, Delta 2357.
Number
so much
272,
open.
turn 15
Say it again?
degrees west.
So much open.
A lot of open land, but you know, who wants to live in it? It's arid.
That's right. Yeah, it just goes to show you what it would be if you didn't have water.
You're looking at it.
Number 22, NorCal departure, radar contact, turn left heading 040.
There's a fire over here.
Looks like it.
Diamond 1 Bravo Romeo, maintain VFR 3,500, advising you at 3,500.
3,500 is all one problem.
So there's a Rancho Murrieta Airport right here. See those buildings, those gray buildings?
Yeah.
I think that's where it is.
Centurion 67 Echo, fly heading 280, vector for Mather traffic, maintain.
Wouldn't be surprised that was a gun range. Just look at how everything's pointing that way.
29907.
Yeah, you're right.
1,500 now.
And those could be built up levees behind the target. Yeah.
67 Echo.
I mean, there's
Yeah. Because look at right there, you can see the stalls.
280.
Right at the beginning there.
Let's go check it out.
Maintain 9,000.
9,000 Delta.
And there's a wall right there, the pistol range right there.
They better not shoot up at us, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't play around with it too.
Well, we're just driving by.
Contact approach 123.7, good day.
Yeah, that's what it is, Jerry.
Lookout Diamond 871 Bravo Hill. We'd like to do the DOR approach to West Silver.
This is Rancho Murrieta.
Bravo Romeo, Roger, maintain
This
VFR
area.
at all times.
Is that Highway 16 going through there?
See, there's a golf course.
Yeah, is this Highway 16?
It is.
There's a 28 Bravo, maintain at
Oh,
above
they're my
4,000.
All right, we're 4 minutes out, so I'm going to turn on the gas, undercarriage, mixture prop, speed. That's the gump. So our gas is on main and the fuel pumps are on. And we've been...
Number 22, how the localizer terminate?
She'll terminate us any second.
Number 22, turn left heading 320. Central House Center, weather advisory 102 and 201, available on high loss flight log.
That's because of that. That's her weather advisories.
Segment 19 Whiskey, 21 Whiskey, available on High Flight Service frequencies.
That's Highway 16 right there, Ben.
It is.
So thanks for confirming that.
Well, I'm looking at the GPS. I'm no Rand McNally.
Squawk VFR chase advisory frequency approved.
Money Quebec, squawking 1200, talk to you on the way out. Money Quebec.
All right, so she gave us termination, so we're going to go to Cameron Park now.
Eldorado Hills?
Let's pull some lake.
Cameron Park, Twin Cessna 331 Quebec 10 to the south. Going to make left traffic from 31 Cameron Park.
Oh, that's the Palladium stuff right there. Folsom. It's Aerojet, I think.
No, Aerojet's property. They have some.
You already went by it?
No, they're by Rancho Cordova. They have some bunch of contaminated land.
Alright, that must be Eldorado Hills right here.
Well, we're 9 miles from Cameron Park.
Yeah, that's the industrial park right there. There's Serrano over there.
Is there a river here that's running through, making these trees?
Just a creek. That road right there, that's Latrobe Road going right there.
Okay, I have the airport in sight. You see, it's hard to pick out, but you see this line?
Yeah.
Star 8 November Golf.
Yeah.
6.5 miles north, 2,400 feet. Maneuvering for right 45, runway 30 Byron.
He's in Byron. He's way down there. So you see, this is the orientation of the airport. So you kind of look out to find one that, so I can see that strip of land? It's about 12:30, maybe 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I got to come in and angle in for it.
That's the old lumber mill they used to have down here.
Not in operation anymore?
No. I think we bought that out.
So as I'm reducing pressure of power, I've been cutting back, 'cause normally it's up here. You slowly cool off your engine so that you be at 300 or below. Then you can reduce power faster.
That's Latrobe Road right there, man. It's Fiddleneck and stuff back in there.
Cameron Park traffic from Cessna 1 Quebec on a 6 mile 45. Left traffic 31 Cameron Park.
Oh, that's flaps.
Our house is like right over there.
Pirate traffic, Star 8 November Golf. Left, right 45, runway 30 Byron.
So a lot of different airports share the same common frequencies. Byron happens to be what we're listening to now, which is somebody's at Byron with the same frequency. I tell you, it's Cameron Park is hard to see.
There.
Well, the airport, is it?
Here's KMRY right there. Here's the church.
The airport's right here.
Holy
Pirate
Trinity.
traffic, Star 8 November Golf, right down, 70 Byron.
Cameron Park traffic from Cessna 1 Quebec on a 3 mile 45. Left traffic, runway 31. Cameron Park, full stop.
Bass Lake.
It's hard to find the runway here.
Oh man, I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah, it's behind that lake.
In between the trees.
Past that lake. Okay, gas check, undercarriage, gear coming down. Got a green, mixture is up. See the airport, see the white building? That's the one that we were...
Oh, that lake. I'm looking down here. I see it now, yeah. There's the airport's over there, baby. Where those buildings are. The other side of that pond. Bass Lake.
Now look at your mirror. Now you see a gear hanging out.
Cameron Park traffic from Cessna 1 Quebec turning left downwind, runway 31 Cameron Park, full stop.
Coming in this way or traffic?
Gonna go that way, that way.
All right.
Okay. They probably don't get too many airport noise complaints here.
Cameron Park traffic, Twin South, 1 Quebec, midfield, left, downwind, runway 31. Cameron Park, full stop.
What golf course is this?
Cameron Park Country Club.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop all flaps.
Pretty nice looking.
Cameron Park traffic, Twin South, 1 Quebec, turning left base, runway 31. Cameron Park, full stop.
A little slow, add some power.
Blow in the turns, power out.
Get some slow.
And Cameron Park traffic, Twin South, 1 Quebec, continuing base to final, runway 31. Cameron Park, full stop.
See these houses here, you gotta stay high and then you gotta dive bomb over.
Yep, yep.
Doesn't it look like it's going straight uphill?
Yep.
Greaser.
That is a greaser.
The car is still there.
Got hot and fast.
Cameron Park traffic, Twin South, 1 Quebec, back
Go
Taxi.
faster.
Back taxi, runway 31 to park in Cameron Park.
Like they do on the commercial flights. Yay!
Go, Margie. You okay?
Yay for the pilot.
You can crack your door open and get some air in here. Pull it open. So we have to announce, wait till we get off, then we'll announce we're clear and then
Don't
we'll...
blow back into the sky.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blow into them.
Cameron Park traffic, Twin Cessna, 1 Quebec, is clear of 31.